get the football first on a chilly night. Here's Robert Williams from the 3. In a nifty move, he will be ushered down out of bounds near the 30. 8 of 9 to make it this far. And the inside handoff spun down quickly with a penalty marker coming in. Second down and 24. Carter went in motion, the massive tight end. Back shoulder toss complete to Broussard. Time for Fields, unloads, passes, caught the spin. Lejean close to a first down. He'll be stopped 2 yards shy. See for the Thundering Herd. They force the 3 and out with the help of the blindside block penalty. How about that bounce inside the 10? A.J. Turner is not dressed tonight. Jordan Houston will get the start at running back. And on first down over left tackle, he'll rumble ahead to the 50.
That's on their heels.
Toby Payne went in motion. Houston again through the A-gap. He's got a first down. And stadium undergoing construction and renovations this season. Braxton steps up and delivers late. The pass is low.
Back. Great job by Braxton.
Fake it to Payne. Outside on the screen. Chapman got to the edge, stayed in bounds for 15. So these two teams starting to feel each other out in the early going. First meeting in a couple of years. Braxton gets it. Underneath, pass will be caught well short of the line to gain. Ranked in the top 20 of the final AP poll. Louisiana with the football after forcing the Marshall punt and the long completion. Lejean all the way inside the 30. Pocket was clean for a moment. That pass wobbles in the air and incomplete. Has rained most of the day. Wind is not much of a factor. From that right hash, Almendarez will tell you. Of the 12-team bracket. Marshall gets it back. They'll fake the reverse. Braxton flings it, looking for his tight end and nearly picked off. Looking like an offensive coordinator right there. The former NFL linebacker talking to us. Braxton zips it, incomplete. Spin. Payne went in motion. Braxton will buy a little bit of time. And he takes off. Braylon Braxton lowers the shoulder. Stopped at the line to gain, and let's see where they mark it. It should be enough for a first down.
Braylon Braxton gets out of the cage and runs right in between the bars, if you will. And then he delivers a...
Teammates, affects everyone around him, brings a unique energy with him, coupled with that athletic ability.
Braxton to the end zone for the touchdown. Doc Chapman running wide open, and from 37 yards out, Marshall has its first lead.
What the doctor ordered. You get your quarterback run. Everybody on the defense thinks it's going to be quarterback run. Eyes are in the backfield, and all of a sudden, Doc Chapman does the rest.
Reaching the end zone for the first Marshall touchdown in the Sun Belt Championship game. And Oregon, Penn State, and Indy representing the Big Ten and the ACC respectively. Around the right side on second down.
And so for me, great decision.
Braxton tripped up. He's got another Herd first down.
We're going to go back to that later.
Play action. Braxton wants to go long. Incomplete with double coverage. Protege under Nick Saban with the play clock winding down. Braxton on third and long, sensing the backside pressure, fires it complete to receive this Marshall punt from Alec Clark. No fair catch, and Bernard looking for blockers. He will not find him. Dragged down in 2024. And they'll fake it to Bill Davis. Ragin' Cajuns get it back. Fields wants to go long. And behind his intended receiver, Robert Williams agreeing with offensive players. Bill Davis wrapped up. He's going to lose two.
To get in the backfield.
Was double team, nearly triple team. He knocked him down, and the deep pass reeled in near the 40. Harvey Broussard. Ragin' Cajuns in Marshall territory, and the pass thwarted away. Empty backfield. Fields is going to step up and take off. Chandler Fields. Decision time for
See quarterback power in these situations.
Play action. Beal going to buy some time to the edge, and I don't know. Hard hit right at the line to gain with Beard. Michael Desermo. Third penalty against his team.
But play solid.
Fake it to Payne. Braxton heaves one deep. Man-to-man coverage. And incomplete.
Behind the defense, you have clean pocket, you have enough time, so just get a little bit more air under that, and that'll be a catch. So
Pocket collapsing. Braxton fires a strike, and it's caught. First down and a lot more to Chester. Upended in the red zone. The chain mover and a gain.
So they get confused. They're trying to figure out who do I guard. And when your eyes are back on the quarter.
With a snap surprise, Braxton caught it clean. Fires a screen. Fitzpatrick spun down. 3 of 5 from this range this year. From inside the left hash on the way. And Veerhoff, Louisiana, gets it back. Williams dancing across the 20. 2 penalty markers come in. There goes Williams into Marshall territory. Not only in the passing department, but also on the ground. He wants to throw it. He'll get to the edge, racing there. He'll get some of that yardage. Trailing at home by a touchdown. Samacho Roy Philpott, Lauren Sisler in the Sun Belt Championship. Braylon Braxton delivers another strike. Doc Chapman still on his feet. He'll push the pile. After a gain of 13, they'll flip it to Chapman. Near side run this time. Movement by the defense. Braxton was hit as he threw it up in the air forever. And after a gain of 10, another first down. He'll fling it far side to Montgomery. Well, look at the power shown by 10 in white.
He's not backing down from anybody.
Ethan Payne on 2nd and 3. Payne to the edge, to the end zone for the Marshall touchdown. 7th score of the season for the senior, the West Virginia native.
Said inch by inch, everything can be a cinch. Little things, notice the patience, and then the burst, and then avoiding the tackle.
We've seen Chester, we've seen Justin Holmes, and a handful of these Marshall wideouts during that break. If SMU gets blown out, the committee's made of human beings. They're going to remember that. Here's a deep ball, Beal, and a penalty marker comes in.
But is that defenders are allowed to play the ball as well. So Henderson said, hey,
They're going to show pressure. Play action, Beal. Going to be sacked way back at the 46. Monroe Beard. Loss of 8. Beal steps away from the pressure. Is going to run. They'll run out of bounds at the 30. Beal to throw it again. Heaves one, floats it, and Marshall had it played perfectly. It was Josh Moten, and the interception inside the 10. 63 seconds remaining. Play action, Fitzpatrick, full head of steam, and spun down to the 24. Marshall by 14 and on the move. Braxton, pressure. Braxton's going to be sacked. A big play for the Ragin Cajun defense. Second half underway. And the herd from the 8, it's Ian Foster. Tap dance down the sideline. Throw down to Louis. Braxton, Montgomery. Eluded 1 tackler, maybe 2. A helmet flies off. And a gain of 1 on to Perry. That's 5, maybe 6. On the ground. Beal, miscommunication. Broussard.
Championship game. And so miscommunications like that happen because you don't get as many reps in practice.
Get injured on a similar play in the first half. Beal okay there. And that's off the side of the foot of Nathan Torney. And sailing out of bounds. Outstanding. Trailing at home to 9-win Marshall. The two teams have combined to win 16 of their last 18 games. A non-contact injury here for Jalen Slappy. Just kind of can't. Braylon Brown goes in motion. Time for Braxton. Kept his eyes down. He'll navigate through the pile and be stopped short, I think. Braxton's going to keep it again to the edge with the speed. Braylon Braxton. 9th play of the drive. It could be a free one. Here comes the penalty marker. There goes the throw. Back in the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. Braylon Brown. And was going to take a shot.
Be excited, but be smart. Hard count gets KC side, and Braxton knows he has a free play.
What a statement by the Herd on the road in the Sun Belt Championship. Veerhoff on for the PAT. And our Woldridge, the Offensive Player of the Year in the Sun Belt. He's been out the last 3 games. Started practicing again this week. That pass is going to be broken up. Looking for Terrence Carter. Josh Moten, who had the interception.
Impact players. This is the first time we're really calling his name. So you see that play action. Ball's a little bit high for Carter.
9-3 overall. How's that resume going to stack up against a 2-loss SMU that was beaten soundly potentially in the ACC Championship?
Going to your 3rd-string quarterback. No one scripts the injured collarbone. Ball's in the air, not going your way. That's the tough part about football.
Braxton floats it deep, got a man. Bobbled out of bounds. Late, it was Chester. Boy, Braxton
is what they call it. That's that opportunity between the corner and the safety to get the ball in bounds. Of course, you want to finish that, but the
surface checked up with a sand wedge at the end of the first half. He'll induce what should have been a fair catch inside the 10, and instead the punt was muffed. Samacho, Roy Philpott, Lauren Sisler. Louisiana with possession, trailing by 3 scores. Baton Rouge steps up, sends it deep, man-to-man, and incomplete. And we saw Beal absorb an enormous shot on his first play on 4th down in that 2nd quarter. Interest you in the blowouts that we've seen this weekend, because normally it doesn't feel like that's the case. Beal is going to pick up the 1st down.
Does enough to get a sack.
And the ensuing play, the completion to Broussard. Beal across the middle, and incomplete. Carter. Louisiana needs 2. Beal wants to throw it. Beal looking down the field, gets rid of it, and the 2 penalty flags. And his jersey didn't fall off. On 1st down after the penalty, Beal towards that front pylon, and for a second gave Smith a chance to. Beal being chased down, tracked down, against the grain again, and incomplete. Here they come, there goes the throw, incomplete. Beal escapes. Daniel Beal, penalty marker comes in, tosses it to the end zone. And there are we can't really repeat what he said, but just go to any social media outlet. You can pull it. You certainly have to believe he would be a coach in demand. We asked him this week about what has been happening as Houston into Louisiana territory. Smartly earlier in the broadcast. He's currently under contract in the NFL. So he's done some impressive things. And another touchdown, this time it's Houston. And across the goal line, the icing on the cake. Thundering Herd are going to win the Sun Belt in a resounding way on the road tonight.
Great run. Let's start there. But number 2, there's a special feeling about, sure, winning a fans goodbye, knowing that it was just you and your teammates and your coaches that are celebrating.
And Braxton continues to just make his way down the field here, just kind of his swan song, if you will.
Potentially could it. Another incompletion looking you. Oregon, you figure, will get the 1st round bye as the Big Ten champion. That gives us 3 of the 4 teams that receive those 1st round byes. Will it be Arizona State or potentially Clemson? And Braylon Braxton, the quick kneel down. That will do it. The Thundering Herd, the green Gatorade. As they find a way on the road.